Getting underway with Veterans Motocross, third and final race of the day, and Joker Lane's up for grabs. Let's keep an eye on this one here. It's the 2:45 of Jared Seath. He gets another hole shot, so that's a brilliant 2 out of 3 hole shots for him. He's had 2 out of 2 race wins. And can he convert that into a clean sweep of racing today? All signs point towards yes. This is a brilliant 6-lap race on the cards right now as we go racing with those guys. We also looked at the start line too, because we're going to have 45 years plus veterans and DC Darren Cable. He's had 2 from 2 so far as far as hole shots concerned. This one is not going to go his way. It's going to be the 007 of Mitch Rowe. He's going to come home and get some hole shot glory. And are we about to see the best from Mitch Rowe here today? He's locked in a good battle. These guys have had battles all over New Zealand racetracks for the past 30 plus years. And this one here, shaping up nicely as well. So the 33 gets the job done. He's just ahead of the 007. That's in the 45 years category. As we've got our race leader goes down on the 35 plus veterans class as well. Jared has relinquished the race lead in a treacherous looking Al Kaponga racetrack here at the moment. That will give Mike McDonald a gifted race lead here. He'll love that, and he's looking to run away with this one here. We've got the 5. That's Robbie Stewart. He's going to inherit second place ahead of the 73 of Johnny Edwards. So a big shake-up in veterans racing. We've had 2 races so far today. Now we're on again for this one here. Third and final race of the day for all our classes coming up now. And let's see if we can get behind the 112 of Mike McDonald from Taco Fighter on the Laser Plumbing Taco Fighter supported YZ. We then look to a pretty good battle there. Less than a tenth of a second separated when they cross the line. Robbie Stewart and Johnny Edwards. As we having a big exciting ride here. And Veterans Motocross brought to us by Bay Spreaders. That is our 35 to 44 years racing. And in our 45 years plus 60-40 milking, our GEA engineering specialists for milking machines, water pumps, stainless welding and effluent systems. And thank Bevan and the team. From our Bay Spreaders, all your ground spreading specialists in the Eastern Bay, plenty. Loving our sponsors, a big part of the program here. Without them, we simply can't go racing. So we look with open eyes. Our race leader stretching it out. It was a decent margin when they crossed the line. So Jared Seath now back on his bike after having a bit of a tumble. He'll be hungry to try and reel in that race lead, as it's 6.5 seconds the difference between first and second place. Jared looking pretty good there in 4th place, already on the charge. So of course you got to look at these points we use at the Summercross. They are a pretty exciting point scale. You get 50 points for a race win, you get 46 points for second place, and then you go back down to 43 for third, 41 for 4th, and 44 5th. So consistent top finishes are all you need here, and that's exactly what Mike McDonald's been doing today. So look out for this one. Veterans Motocross, as we see some of the Joker lanes already. So we've got the Joker lane is open, and it's the 245 Jared Seath. He's used it already, so excitement a plus here. We've got a bit of a shake-up now as Joker lane's coming alive, and the 245 now leads ahead of the 73, and there's the 112. So despite not using the Joker lane, still in 3rd place, and he's got that Joker lane up his sleeve. So Jared Seath now leads with Johnny Edwards, Mike McDonald. Simon Smith's the one there in 4th place ahead of Robbie Stewart. We then go to Darren Capel in 6th, but still no Joker lane for him. It's all coming together quite nicely here at the Summercross. This is our final round of racing. Thank you for joining us here. A beautiful crowd in here at the Summercross. It's been one of the best ever, and the racing's been just as hot. Right now, 4 laps to go, still plenty of time in this moto as we give you an update of our top runners. Jared Seath leads ahead of Johnny Edwards, Mike McDonald there in 3rd, but he's still got that Joker lane up his sleeve. Simon Smith, he's used his Joker lane and he's in 4th place. We've got Robbie Stewart there. He's in 5th place for his class, but he's still got the Joker lane up his sleeve, as well as Carl McGovern and Craig Taylor, with Dan Nicholson in 8th place. So look out for a few of those guys who still use their Joker lane. As we've got Darren Capel, he's there. He has used the Joker lane, so he's flying. Neil Thompson and Mitch Rowe That's second and third place. Craig Spence is in fourth in that class with Marty McGoldrick and Tony Cooksley. Then look to Ryan Woodiata, Shane Longley and Morris Pullman with Andrew Bennett there in about 10th place for that 45 plus veterans class. And then look to Michael Fleming, who rounds out to our 11 runners in 45 plus veterans racing. Certainly been an exciting day at the office for Veterans Motocross, and thank you very much to Bay Spreaders and also to 6040 Milking for bringing us this one. We're about halfway through, 3 laps to go, and so far it's all quite exciting.
Yeah, Brad, name like Michael Fleming, there's a good example of an all-round good guy. Why do I say that? Because he'll ride support class and he'll also ride a veterans class, and he's been riding on and off for many years. Formerly, of course, a well-performed national level motocross rider, but like many of our veterans, you know, you have a huge amount of other things in your life, like family, like jobs, like investments, like other toys, or you know, just things that come on in life. But he's just stuck at it. And you know that when you're a good veteran, you can ride a support class at the same time. You know you're a healthy, a fit and capable rider. So, you know, virtually a no-name is what I'm suggesting. Anybody can be like that. You're just dedicated, you're putting the effort in, and you're out there and having fun and enjoying your motocross. So take a bow, Michael. Good to see you back enjoying some great summer cross racing. After all, why go to any other event when you can come to this one to celebrate the 50th anniversary of what is the Whakatane Christmas Motocross. That's the proper name for it. Whakatane Club, of course, rebranded into the Bay of Plenty Club more than a decade ago. And the event, of course, at a similar time turned from Christmas Motocross into Summercross. So BOP Summercross is the more common name, but we're remembering it as the 50th anniversary of the Whakatane is Christmas Motocross. Bring it on with some great veterans racing. And great to see as well, Brad, that the older veterans, 45 plus, is a bigger field than the younger veterans, 35 to 44. So take a bow to the old guys, many of them like Tony Cooksley, turning up here to ride because he did his first one in 1974. How's that for a legacy? Not bad, eh?
Oh, he's a legend, all right. Former Veterans World Motocross Champion, one of New Zealand's all-time greats. And we're loving it here at the moment. So we've got still 21 runners in all. We had 25 at the start of the day. We've had a few drop off, but this is one hell of a brutal Summercross track. And, certainly exciting. As we've got joker lanes have all been pretty much used by our top contenders. So let's have a look at this one here. It is Mike McDonald on the 112 from Te Kaupara. Leads by a comfy margin. Back to Jared Seath in second place. It's 10.8 seconds, so that's quite telling. But Jared, with his 2 wins and a second, that will be enough for the overall. He's absolutely loving it there. We then go to Darren Capel, who's up into third place in this race, but that'll be the first of the 45 plus veterans on his Pro Moto Blue Crew Yamalu and Fox Racing Yamaha. We then look to Johnny Edwards, fourth place in the race, third in class for him. Simon Smith is in fifth. As we see Robbie Stewart, the only one of those top 10 runners that hasn't used the joker lane yet. So we've got Robbie there. He's in sixth place. Still got the joker lane up his sleeve. Craig Taylor ahead of Carl McGovern. And then look to Dan Nicholson and Neil Thompson. Neil, of course, will be second in that older veterans class. As we go to 11th for Craig Spence, Mitch Rowe in 12th. That'll be third for him in the class. And Marty McGoldrick riding behind him in 13th place. So lovely stuff from Veterans Racing. We've only got a lap and a bit to go. We've had the joker lane come alive. We had a couple of guys use it early. It didn't pay dividends in the end because the man who got the lead early on has just been flawless today. He had to play second fiddle, Jared Seath, earlier on in the state, but when the going gets tough, this track comes alive, and it's going to be a race victory on the cards here with a lap and a bit to go. Never say never here at the Summercross. This is one track that can catch a lot of punters out when you take it for granted. But all things point towards winning ways at the moment for Mike McDonald. Into first place, Jared Seath still there in second. We've got DC Darren Capel. He's got himself right on the back wheel of him. And so that'll be third overall, even without starting at the same time. So just goes to show the class of the matters. The white flag is out. We have 1 lap to go. Veterans Racing. It's frantic. There's battles all over the track. There's battles throughout different classes out on the track. We're trying to catch an update. Our race leader is around up the step up here and on its way to the back end of the track. Mr. 112 has had a couple of top quality results. This one here is going to feel mighty good if he can hang on to it. Jared Seath there in second place still. Hanging on to that one there. Has got DC Darren Capel. Third in the race, fastest man out there, but in a different class from the front two competitors. As we'll give you a bit of an update. First Mike McDonald, Jared Seath, and second Darren Capel. Then go to Johnny Edwards ahead of Simon Smith. We'll get to Robbie Stewart and Craig Taylor, 6th and 7th place. Cal McGovern ahead of Neil Thompson and Dan Nicholson. And then look to Mitch Rowe, Craig Spence, Tony Cooksley and Shane Longden. Look to Michael Fleming ahead of Marty McGoldrick. Andrew Bennett is in 17th place, just ahead of Ryan Winiata. So that's a bit of pride on the line there from those local boys as we go 17th and 18th. Morris Pullman and Ron Smith with Campbell there rounding out the 21 runners as we get excited about a checkered flag coming out pretty shortly. Our race leaders are coming down the back straight at the moment. It's certainly been all Michael at the moment. He had a 10-second lead a lap ago. It's now on 11.1 seconds, so consistent lap times and consistent performances. It's not going to be quite enough for the overall with Jared sitting in second place, but it is going to feel pretty good as he comes through the stadium section. Our man in second place, he's getting hunted down by DC Darren Capel, but that's a battle in two different classes, so that won't affect the overall points. As VMX VETS ties for the final time. This is going to be a wrap of the third round of racing, race number 1 of that one. And the veterans class is all on here. And a checkered flag to Mike McDonald. He's going to take that out, and that's going to feel pretty good. But what it's going to do is secure away the overall. 2 wins in a second is going to be enough for Jared Seath. He's going to come home in second, but that's going to be the overall. DC Darren Capel's been flawless for 45 plus veterans. And with his 2 whole shots and 3 wins, a mighty good day at the office for the legend, DC Darren Capel. In the 73, he's going to come home. And a quality 4th place, Johnny Edwards, will be a good 3rd in class. So some podium glory up for grabs there for the likeable man from Cambridge on the FXR Racing. Kawasaki New Zealand, Mike Talk and Power Parts, Shaw's and Dr. Trim, supported man. We've got the 5 of Robbie Stewart. He's going to come home. That's going to be 6th place for him. Simon Smith's going to be up into 5th. And then you look to Craig Taylor, Cal McGovern and Neil Thompson and Mitch Rowe. Your Class E top 10 for our base spreaders, 35 to 44 years veterans lineup, and also our 60-40 milking supported vets 45 plus. That's exciting stuff. Coming up next, our 3rd and final race on the program for our women's, and we're about to crown some champions in women's motocross. It's exciting, and it's coming up next.